just
dude, you know what's so interesting about like somebody like a John Mayer? If he didn't write those songs, we wouldn't be talking about him right now.
yeah,
I
I
feel like he
agree.
figured
I
something
agree.
out, and I feel
He
like
did.
he just doesn't care. I feel like he
He doesn't
knows that he's
care.
good enough, but like also, like I said, we wouldn't be. Nobody would know who he was if it wasn't
He
for
knows what
that
he's doing
bullshit.
because he's such a good musician, and he's so great that he can just kind of do what he wants. He just writes the songs that he knows are going to get on the damn radio, and they get on the radio and they stay there uh, forever. And he tricked me into, he made it like a, he went through like a Neil Young sort of like Allman Brothers looking phase. Like he did the artwork and the photography and the quality of the music, like the sound that he pulled from was like all that sort of like Greyhound bus, like cruising through the desert kind of stuff with, cowboy hat and like maybe rhinestones or something. And I listened to it in the first song. I was like, this is just a fucking like Taylor Swift breakup album. Like that's what this is about. Like I'm listening to lyrics and like the first chorus is like, I'm a good man with a good life, had a right time, had a wrong start. And I'm just like, and I finally found my way. And I'm just like, this is some such lame surface level fucking songwriting that there's no depth. Like there's nothing like, oh, what did he mean by that? No, it's all just like, I'm putting it all out there for you. And that's what pisses me off. But
It, what do like successful people have to write about? I find like it's like it becomes like by proxy, it somehow becomes like inauthentic once you've like achieved a certain level of just having things. I don't know. I don't.
that's why that's why
It's
Kurt Cobain. That's the same instinct as I think why Kurt Cobain didn't want to have his like stomach problems fixed because he felt like if he didn't have that like nagging pain all the time that he wouldn't have like the source of inspiration for like his songwriting.
sure.
And like in his case, I feel like he probably would have been a pretty amazing songwriter without that because life is enough of a downer. Um, and that's the fear, right? Like if we were to get super successful, like where's the art going to come from? Like if we have, but there's always problems. There's always inspiration,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. There's beauty and there's like the terrible shit that always is going to inspire you.
Yeah, I just made the joke with my girlfriend a couple days ago about like, I was like, everything's going pretty okay right now. I was like, what the hell am I gonna write a song about? Like, I just don't know. It's like that. It's an interesting thing where like I love the music that I make. I love the heavier, weirder, experimental, abrasive stuff. That's my cup of tea. But like,
Yeah.
how do I don't want to promote like negativity or depression or any of these things like you had mentioned because I've
Yeah.
gone through that. I'm
Oh
35
yeah.
now and things are okay. It's just like, but like I still love the sound. So how do I
Yeah. There's
transition that
also
sound? Like how do I grow up in this like sound that is like by nature somewhat adolescent? It's a
mhm,
really it's a weird place to be in, but I'm working through
mhm.
it. I'm working through it.
Yeah.
Slayer went until
And
they were like 50 something. I got another
yeah,
20 in me.
hell yeah, man. And I feel like I feel like I also, I started off by bitching about like post I don't know, the heyday of alt rock
Sure, sure.
probably.
No, no, no.
I think because of what it became, maybe that like I knew the trajectory, but like, and I didn't like what I was seeing. And because it felt like exploitative, but like
You're not wrong.
hidden in there though was like uh System of a Down and like Incredible, probably like one of the best metal bands ever.
Totally, totally.
And
Really
like
cool.
yeah, so like I don't mean to write off every band from from that era, but like, and also as a songwriter relating to you on the sort of that you need to have that kind of catharsis because that's why you're talking anyways. That's that's you're talking about something whenever you're making your music and like however you feel, whenever you feel comfortable to let that out, and however it's going to be. If it is, you talked about how depressed you are, that's fine. Like, I love Radiohead, and like they make me very depressed whenever I listen to their music. And well, especially certain albums, but like uh I think that's great, as long as that doesn't become, as long as whatever it is doesn't become the thing you do. And even like STP made it so that that wasn't the thing they did, like, it's like, as long as you're actually being a fucking artist about it, and not just being like, oh, that works, I'm going to do that every time, then there's, you can be, there's more room for admiration. Not that those bands that do find their sound and hold on to it and make the same song again and again and again, that's really fine, because everybody's got to fucking hustle, and like, if they can do that and everybody was going to go to their shows and check them out, like, if you listen to that shit long enough, you'll hear the difference, and between song to song, and you'll hear the artistry in there. And that's, I mean, they're fucking architects that didn't reinvent themselves every time. They built shit that looked similar from building to building and building to building. And so, like, you know, I, I have to, I have to not be judgy, because when you consume art and music, you're thinking about it, you're looking at it critically, you're looking at what you like and what you don't like, and so, um, no matter what you do, as long as it doesn't become a pastime of complaining or just doing the same thing, I think that's like probably my thesis statement here, is that